Hello, fellow Trevor winners. How are you doing today? Manchester City are back in action. I'm looking forward to it. City versus Wolves. It should be, hopefully, a cracking game. Are you well? Are you happy? Are you good? On this miserable sort of Saturday. It's a bit rainy here. It's a bit grim. I wouldn't have it any other way, though, I guess, to an extent. Hello to everyone in the chat already. To Ryan, to Demi, to One Day Skept, to Mo, my man. Go next to Beppy. Good day, fellow Trevor to you too. To William, to Aspie. Job Centre Monday for Calvin. You'd think so, Aspie, wouldn't you? But unfortunately, you know, yeah, the writing was on the wall very much early on. Anyway, City versus Wolves. I'm looking forward to this. Kicked off in just under 10 minutes time. I can't wait. I would like to say quickly, this video is sponsored by Circle. If you haven't already checked it out, you can win £1 million. Imagine winning £1 million. It's an incredible amount of money. And of course, you can buy one, get one free to enter as well today, just today. So if you fancy a tiny little flutter for a chance to win £1 million, today is the day to do that. Absolutely. Buy one, get one free. 5 match millions. Pick some numbers across 5 games. And if you get them, if you come in, you can win £1 million. What are you waiting for? Do it right now. You've only got a few minutes to go for it, and good luck to all you Blues entering. Of course, get involved in the Classic Shifter as well. You can get involved in the City versus Wolves one. So yeah, City today versus Wolves. It's going to be fun, man. It's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to this. Should we bring the team up on the screen right now? 1 second. Let's go over here. Let's remove that graphic. Where are we at? And let's get the where are we? There we go. Here's the team. As you can see, Guardiola sort of gone for what I predicted, to be honest. Apart from Vardiol for Akanji instead. That was it. Otherwise, it felt sort of predictable. Edison in goal. Kyle Walker is the captain back in the team. Akanji, Diaz and Ake. Guardiola sits this one out on the bench, which is absolutely fine too. Kovacic alongside Nunes. No Calvin Phillips. I'm sorry, Calvin. I feel sorry for you, mate. But this is the reality right now, is that he's just not got a chance. I don't think he has. I don't think Pep rates him. Nothing that we will say will change that. I think Pep's made his mind up. We can want him to do well. We can want him to succeed. But if Pep says no, then Pep says no. And I think that's it. That's it. I think Pep just doesn't rate him. And you can turn around and go, what have he played? He does play every single day in training. And Pep looks at him and goes, nah. That's the thing. If you don't do it in training for Guardiola, you won't do it on the pitch either. Kovacic, Nunes get the nod with Alvarez probably ahead of him. Phil Foden probably on the right. Doku on the left and Erling Haaland through the middle. I mean, it'll be something like this. Let me bring in Akanji instead there. So it'll be this, I reckon. Ake will, of course, be over this side. This was from earlier on in the preview. It'll be that. It'll be that, which is a real natural shape when we're attacking with the ball there. Kyle Walker, of course, far forward. Doku causing havoc. A bit of Doku ball, which would be good for, wouldn't it? Over here, of course, and Kyle Walker on the right, pushing forward. When we defend, of course, it'll go back more to like a 4-4-2. We'll defend sort of like this, I would guess, as a 4-4-2, you know. We always tend to do that. But yeah, this is what I reckon we'll see. And like, I really like it when we do this, when we do sort of like, you know, the two. And I like it, Kyle Walker up here. I think his pace makes it really interesting. I think Nunes will be this side, by the way, more on the right. I think he just sort of linked up really nicely with Alvarez and Foden the other day. So I think he'll be like that. And yeah, Doku actually got the nod. I'm not surprised at all. I think Pep has been very vocal about his Doku support, his Doku praise, and given how much you talked about how he rates Doku, I thought it was really obvious he was going to start today. Jack didn't play that well the other day, so I think it's not really too much of a surprise for me that Doku has got the nod. It's a good team. It's a good team, and I like it. I do. I think it's got a lot going forward there for it, and that in possession, it's just... It's good, man. It's good. And obviously, Wolves are a very good side that will give us some trouble. But, you know, I fancy our chances here. You know, let's just try and find Wolves there. Wolves' side. There we go. Where's Wolves' side? Let me find, where's Wolves' Twitter account? There we go. Let's have a look at their team. Wolves are lining up like this today. There we go. Sarr, Semedo, Dawson, Max Kilman, Totti, not the Totti, of course, Ryan Nori, Gomez, Lamina, Huang, Mateus Cunha, and Pedro Neto. Looks like a five at the back, that? Yeah, went back to Semedo and Nori. Then Dawson, Kilman, I think Totti's a defender, isn't he? I don't know much about him, to be honest. But either way, yeah, I think that's it. And I think that's obviously midfield free with then Cunha and Neto sort of causing trouble where they can, I guess. Maybe, yeah, that's sort of what I expected to be there. I don't think it's too interesting about Vardiol and Mo. I think it's just he's early on, and we've got a lot of great defenders. It's just part of his embedding in process, you know. It takes a while to get up to speed. Guardiola rest players, rotate players. He did start the other day, don't forget, of course. So I bet we'll be like, now you're sitting this one out. It's fine, you know. Even Ake and Kanji and Stones every now and then have to set out games. Diaz does occasionally. It is what it is, man. It's more than good enough, that team. And I'm respecting, you know, this team here. There's the bench, of course, including the players who aren't available right now. The players available right now, not available, they're bench there, of course, but that bench there, or take, the bench actually is this, isn't it? It's not it's Vardy instead of Akanji, but that was the bench I wrote out earlier. Like, not available. These are not available ones. Available, I spelled that wrong there. They're the ones that are not available there. But it's a good squad, man, when you actually see it like that. You know, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. Tommy Dole's in the stands as well today. He is indeed. Ortega, Carson, Rico, Vardy, Gomez, Phillips, Jack, Grealish, and Oscar Bob on the bench today. We need some options. I'm pretty relaxed about this, man. We're 3 minutes to kick off. Don't forget, once again, check out the 5-match millions over on Circle if you want to have a little bit of fun during this game. You know, fingers crossed. Some of you guys can win a little bit of money. It should be good fun, man. Don't forget 18 plus UK based to enter. What's everyone's predictions? Do me a massive favour as well. Go over to Twitter. Give this a retweet. It would be hugely appreciated if you give that one a retweet there. Yeah, help support the channel. Give that a retweet. It would be cracking if you don't mind. And let me know your predictions. Doku Ball active. Yeah, absolutely, husband. I love a bit of Doku Ball. Who doesn't? Yeah, they are playing free at the back, aren't they, by the looks of it? Yeah, it's a back five, basically. They are parking that bus. Yeah, that bus is being parked big time. Which I understand, you know. If you give that a retweet, by the way, let's have a look. Is anyone giving a retweet? Go on, you can do it. You know you want to. Look, I suspect this should be pretty. It should be comfortable. This. I'll go to Sofa Score and get that up on the screen. That's the Forest game the other day. Matches. There we go. I'll bring up all the details over here. Where we are with the lineup and the standings and so on. Of course, average age of 26.9 for Wolves today. What's City's average age? 26.6. 3 months younger, our average age. There we go. It's interesting. There's the scores of everyone's stats so far, by the way, on SofaScore. Alvarez having a hell of a season so far, 7.75. Look at all that green, though. City don't really have bad players, do they? They just don't, you know. All our players are doing well, you know. I think that's very telling. Obviously, Rodri, our current best player, not involved. They're wearing this kit today as well, which is already, in my opinion, a bit of a classic. I think it's a beautiful kit. I'm looking forward to a bit of Doku Ball. I really am. Thank you so much, Mo. So let's have a look at your score predictions. Daniel's going for a 3-1. Huang to give Wolves the lead. Aspie saying 3-1. 5-0, says Riley. Haaland hat-trick. Hope you're having a great week today. I'm having a decent week, Riley. Not too bad at all. I've been a bit run down, but I've got a little bit of energy today, actually, mate. So thank you. Usman says, feel like Haaland hasn't started in ages. I know he does, but he has. Thank you, Riley, as well. 7-1 says Mark. I love it, mate. Clean sheet because we've got Diaz in there. Well, that's a good point, pal. 3-0 says Beppy. I think I went for 3-0. Even Edison. Yeah, I know, it's weird. A week's a long time in football. Howdy, Kevel. 2-1 says 1 Zaskept. 3-0 says Mo. Chris says he needs to win this in the first half after leaving now for a wedding brunch. Well, there we go, City. How dare you not crack on immediately, City, and win this? We're about to kick off anyway. If my stream wouldn't go really slowly. I think that it's bad weather here today where I am, which I think sometimes affects the... Does the weather affect the internet signal? Could it? I don't know. It certainly feels like it does at times. Oh, nice, Riley. I'm happy for you, mate. Someone said they got a new job earlier. Was that you, Riley? Whoever it said, congratulations. I forgot to reply to it. He needs 2 goals to score as many goals as he's played for City. Well, you'll probably do that today, William. I fancy a Haaland to have a blinder today. I don't know why, I just do. Why is my internet being naff? It's being naff. Oh, of course you can. Yeah, you can leave, you know. It's nice leaving work in a good mood, you know. You have a job you like and love. Anyone else's internet being naff, you know? Might just be mine. Is the stream okay? I've definitely missed the kickoff at this rate because I'm watching it on Peacock, by the way, via VPN, so it should be all right. Come on, Peacock. Yeah, it was Peacock. Peacock gone down for everyone else. Oh, there we go. Peacock's gone down. It's back up again. So it wasn't just me. Yeah, it's Peacock. Peacock's gone down. Damn it, Peacock. Right, if you're on Peacock like me right now, you're not getting the game, which is very annoying. I'm going to try and find it on He's Goals. I mean, come on, Peacock. Is it on anywhere else in America? I've got a few others. Peacock's an American streaming service. But I'm using a VPN to watch it, and it's not working. There we go. I'm in now. I'm in. Well, I would be if it started. Unfortunately, Peacock's not working for me, which is very frustrating. Go on, Jeremy. Right, I'm back. Tucker's got another chance to dribble the ball here. I'm trying to get the stream working for me. It's just been an absolute pain in the arse for some reason. Man United 2 playing. Oh, they are, aren't they? Indeed. There's loads. Everyone's playing today, aren't they? Pretty much everyone. Which is wild. Well, I've gone to an illegal stream because it's the only way to actually get to play. There we go. So, what have I missed so far? I missed the first 3 minutes for me were just being an absolute mess on the stream quality. Someone tell me what I've missed, if anything. Nunez looking up with Docu here. Did I miss anything? The timer, sorry, yep. I'm on the wrong screen, that's why. And also, it's very dark in my office for some reason. Come on, you Blues. Nunez is getting booed. And he deserves it, if we're being honest, you know. He does deserve it. I love the guy, but he deserves it. Peacock has been an absolute mess, hasn't it? Is anyone else's Peacock stream been a bit naff? Because it's like I'm just on to another stream now entirely. Go on, Nathan. Yeah, it's just been terrible for me. I've gone on to like a dodgy one, but it's 30 seconds behind. But at least it's working. I've gone on Total Sport, EK. Well, Dr. D, I'm on a VPN, mate. So it's I'm based in the US technically. You know, so I'm using a VPN. Yeah, it's going constantly in and out, mate. Come on, Blues. Anyway, we start with the ball as always. You know, let's see how Kovacic and Nunez get on. There's a lot today on the Kovacic and Nunez to see how they step up, of course, because you know we're without the best midfielder in the world, and without probably 2 best midfielders in the world. No De Bruyne and no Rodri right now in our team, which is crazy when you think about it. But we've got quality players who would start for most teams in the world. You know, so go on, Jeremy. Lovely ball from Diaz. Oh, nearly. Unbelievable defending from Gray Dawson there. That Ruben Diaz pass. Is Pep in the stands because of yellows? Is that why? Man's suspended. What are you doing, Pep? Look at this ball from Ruben to Nunes, was it? He's onside, Nunes. Oh, what a touch from Dawson. What a touch. That's a goal, isn't it? Got a free kick in a good place, though. Go on, Jeremy. Oh, just wide from Doku as well. Better. Not a bad start, eh? Hello, QT ever. QT ever? QT? Nice. Giving yourself a nickname there. Either way, that's a decent little start there. You know, big chance nearly already. I suspect, you know, Peacock's working now. Yeah, I've gone back onto it. I have. It's working for me now as well. Must have been something going on there, but I'm back on it now as well. So I've skipped forward 30 seconds, which is nice. Look, 7 from 7 today would be wonderful, wouldn't it? You look around the Premier League fixtures today. Who else is playing today? Matches, have a look. We've got Tottenham-Liverpool later, which is, of course, a huge game. Forest-Brentford. Arsenal play tomorrow, do they? When do Arsenal play? Is it tomorrow? United-Brentford today as well. Look, another win today. We need to sort of just put pressure on everyone. I feel like we could stay at the top of the table all season. 7 out of 7 is rare, to be fair. It's really rare. Do you know what? I would expect Diaz's passing to improve, to be fair. Like the reason I think Rodri's got better, for one, obviously he's good enough, he's quality. But I think he has the focus to know that once he's mastered one area of his game, he'll work on another. And Diaz has sort of mastered his defensive, focus. He's such a natural defender that I think now he's like, well, okay, I'll improve on my distribution. Because he has to. It'll just come with that in time as well. Are they next week's matches? Sorry, my head's in the clouds there. Let's have a look at who's the matches today. Oh yeah, Arsenal play right now against Bournemouth. They're going to win that comfortably. Villa won 6-1 against Brighton. What happened there? 6-1. Wow. May. Ollie Watkins hat-trick. It's a fair play to Unai Emery. Villa up in 3rd currently. Villa and Brighton. Well, that's a... He's a good manager, Emery, isn't he? Come on, City. Play, Kyle. Kyle's nipped in one pass there. Yeah, yeah, it does, doesn't it? Like, Pep's lost his temper a little bit this season, Kev. Like, Juan Mar's just a manager now. Kanji, Dr. D's right. Kanji, anyway. I mean, to be fair, he's been such an incredible signing, hasn't he? 14 million quid. Like, Pep obviously saw someone who had what they decided with Akanji, that he had the raw ability, but maybe just needed the refining, but he had the intelligence. And it's always about the intelligence. If they are malleable, if they have the right ability to learn, you know, they can see that with players sometimes, can't they? They don't always get it right, but 9 times out of 10 they do. Hi, Wonder of You. How you doing, mate? You good? To be fair, that's always been the rules for yellows, isn't it, of a ban, so don't make the mistake. Nearly a chance for Wolves to counter there, to be fair. But the pass let him down, and Nathan was back anyway. He's a good carry of the ball, Nunes, isn't he? To be fair, maybe Pep wanted to sit down, yeah. Maybe because he was so back, you know. Maybe he wanted the comfy seats. The comfy are on the bench, to be fair. Oh, have they reduced it? Well, he'll be fine anyway. Get it out of the way for the important games. Oh, nearly from Kovacic. Please like the video, by the way. It would be massively appreciated. Give the video a like and subscribe while you're there. It's always appreciated. Big Erling today. I fancy him to score. Go on, Jeremy. Yeah, it's a little bit stuttery, the Peacock stream. Cunha's a good dribbler, isn't he? Big header from Ruben. Been an okay start, you know, a couple of nice moments. Not intensely fluid yet, but been the better team, obviously, as you'd expect, but not perfect. I don't think Ollie Watkins is a good player, but I don't actually think he's Man City level. I think Alvarez is better and Haaland's better. Like, he wouldn't play any football here. But he's a good finisher, you know. I don't think he'd come as a backup. To be honest, I think Ollie Watkins is the kind of person as well as a backup. He'd just lose a lot of his rhythm. I feel like he needs to play every single game. He's a very hot streak striker, Ollie Watkins. That's what I contend. When you look at his stats and stuff, he goes through periods of scoring loads of goals, but then a couple of months of not scoring many. Ah! Come on! It's 1-0 Wolves. What has happened there? Is it own goal? Oh, come on, City, man. That's abysmal. That's absolutely abysmal. Oh, so it's a bit unlucky, but he's gone so far, man. He's travelled 50 metres there, lads. You've got to do better than that, Nathan. Stay on your feet. Oh, it's come off Diaz. That's poor, man. That's poor. It's a bit unlucky because Kovacic just passed it on to Foden's foot, but Nathan's got to stay on his feet there. He's got to stay on his feet there, hasn't he? Neto's done brilliantly, but that's poor. I don't think that's on Pep, to be fair. It's just bad decision making from the players. I don't think even Pep's on the sidelines if that makes any difference. Own goal as well. A little bit of luck in it. You make your own luck, though, to be fair. Anyway, just turn it around. I still fancy to... Look, to be honest, I still have scored a few goals today. Oh, City, man. City. Uh, 1-0 Wolves. Look, I want an immediate turnaround, City. No faffing around. Just go for it. Ref. Come on, ref. That's not optimal, is it? That's not optimal at all. Trolls will be here soon, yeah, absolutely. You can always tell, usually. Look, if we focus on ourselves now, yeah, Nathan Ake's had a bit of a mare there, unfortunately. You don't commit yourself like that far away from goal with no one else. Stay on your feet. Kyle got done then, but, you know. But he has too much pace. Bit of a freak goal, that, isn't it, really? It's poor defending, but, the way that he's ran 60 yards with the ball. No, it's defeat there. It's defeat. He shouldn't just. Nathan just shouldn't commit there. I love Ake, but he shouldn't commit there. There's no point. If he keeps up with him, he's not going anywhere. That's the thing. Just push him out wide. I still think if we play our game, we should be okay, you know? We have the quality. Go on, Jeremy. Yeah, we need to sort of move it a little bit quicker because we can't, like, Doku obviously needs one-on-ones, but we're not getting the ball out to him quick enough. They're getting time to, you know, shuffle over and double up on him. Go on, Kyle. More than 1 point, basically two. More than 2 goals. Potentially QT, potentially. It's a little bit static right now. That's poor from Kyle. Ah, it's poor from Kyle, man. Yeah, it's poor. I mean, there's no need either. That's the thing. But actually, no need. It's instinctive because you could give the ball away. Go on, Erling. Nice footwork. Unlucky. I tried to dribble through. Neto's a proper winger, isn't he? Play Kyle. Not the best start for City. I mean, we're losing. They've not even had a shot on goal. That's typical City, that, isn't it? Would anyone be surprised if he gets to half time where they've not had a shot and we're losing? It's the City stuff, that, isn't it? Sarah, he's not on. He's accumulation of bookings. He's been booked 3 times, so he's on. So he's in the stands. The yellow cards collecting. Pep's been angry on the sidelines this year. I think there's some new rules or something like that with managers because I feel a lot of manager bookings. It's early on, Nathan. We'll see. I know what you're getting at with the Spurs thing. I think it's because of obviously they've scored nothing as always. Oh, Nunez, get up, mate. Get up. They would have loved that, the Wolves fans. No, it's not a foul on him, to be fair. He's just been weak there, Nunez. Has to be stronger than that. Gomez has done him. Come on, City. A little concerning this so far. The reason it's a little concerning so far, not overly, but it's because we're not playing particularly well. Like we're not playing. Like if we were playing a little bit better, I'd be more like, well, it'll come. But we've not. We don't look fully in control right now. So I feel like we need to be. We're not doing terribly, but we don't look. We don't look like we're going to create chances currently, which is not good. Yeah, it's been a little bit poor. Right, Doku, go on, mate. Oh, lucky mate, he's crossed it and gone for it. No one there. Is he going for goal? So look, good ball from walkout to Doku, and he's skinned him, to be honest. It's a cross-stroke shot. It's neither here or there, unfortunately, was it? Go on, Nathan. Doku again. Past his man. We definitely are a better second half side in general. Mainly because Pep sorts it. Like, he just... God, that'd be nice, wouldn't it, Aspie? An Adebayor for Nunes. But mainly because Pep's just sort of great at noticing what needs to change. Diaz going for it. Diaz trying to bundle through the middle there. Lucky Ruben. He's going for it, Diaz, which I like. It's interesting because I think this is already highlighting how important Rodri is to our attacking, not necessarily the defensive. Because obviously he's such a key player for us, isn't he? Like there is so much quality of his passing and so on. That was their throw-in, I think, but I think we've got lucky there. Go on, Nathan. God, I miss Rodri already. Doku's done well there. He's done really nice, but a bit too deep with his cross. Win the second ball, though, you know? Don't foul him. Don't foul him. They have penned in. Oh, he's done really well. Done really well there. Update your game time. What do you mean? That's where I'm at, mate. Peacock's working for me now, to be fair, actually. It's working for me right now. I think we played better with Calvin Grealish in the first half against Newcastle because Newcastle were playing their reserves, you know, in the Carabao Cup game. And we didn't sign Sabaz like Culp because I think you can't send everyone, mate, you know. Yeah, that's a... Not dangerous, too dangerous, but a sore one. Yeah, Szoboszlai does look great, to be fair, but, you know, we have Foden and Alvarez and whatever, and we have quality ourselves. I don't agree with that, Victor. They had a 17-year-old guy I'd never even heard of in midfield. You know, they had a kid who was 17, who was like making his debut or whatever. Let's see, Neil. The Arsenal game's a while away, you know. Bernardo Silva will be back as well. I think Bernardo will make a difference. This is why I've got Bernardo to start, by the way. I think Bernardo, alongside another midfielder, the double pivot is always good. Anyway, Pep will work on it. Pep will work on mistakes, you know? It's not been fluid so far, but I suspect we will improve. Because no denying, though, that... Oh, you should have released that there, Numes. One game at a time, indeed. The City side that play against Arsenal will be different to this one in terms of the way they set up and whatever. The preparation. Palace beating United. Interesting. Go on, Palace. Is that Old Trafford as well? It will be, won't it? Arsenal winning, by the way, I think, aren't they, as well? Yeah, they are. Palace beating United at Old Trafford. Joachim Anderson scored. Newcastle 1-0 up, West Ham 1-0 up. 1-0 everywhere today so far, apart from, you know, every game's got a goal in 1-0. As we know too well, sadly. They're not scoring from here. Why do you even bother taking it? Oh, yeah, they're not. Ah, it's a smart little... Oh! Play Doku. Doku's done really well there. Luton beating Everton. Jesus Christ, Everton are terrible, aren't they? So bad. At Goodison as well. The guy I've never even heard of, Tom Lockyer. Lockyer. Yeah, never heard of him. Never heard of him. And he's beaten. They lose. Oh, Everton are going down so badly. They probably need to go down, Everton. I feel like the whole club needs a reset. Honestly, this is the worst Everton side I've ever seen. Go on, Doku, mate. Nice ball to Haaland. Got no one with him though. He's got to go all the way back to Kyle Walker again. A big, massive 1-2 between Kyle Walker and Haaland there. Go on, City. I mean, it's a little bit like rudderless or Rodri-less so far, isn't it? Oh, nice football. Oh. It's not coming off. It's so intricate, but it's not coming off, is it? Oh, play, Phil. He was sort of nudged there. It's annoying. Phil did really well to win the ball, but he was definitely sort of nudged. Isn't it wild how you can sort of do that and upset his rhythm, but it's not going to cost? Come on, Blues. Got to be better with the crossing from that film, mate. That was naff. Absolutely poor. Just beat your first man. Just put it. You've got a whole bunch of players there. Just The clock is frozen. I didn't even realise. Apologies, lads. I don't know why it keeps freezing. Come on, Blues. We're a little bit better territorially in the last few minutes, but still, it looks a little bit like drawing blood from a stone. It looks hard to create chances currently. He's not even made a save yet, the keeper. I don't mind Kovacic going for it there, that space. Go on, Doku. Come on. Oh, City, come on. Don't foul him, Kyle. Two 0 Luton. Wow, Everton going down. That's embarrassing. Imagine the booing at Goodison Park today. Play, Jeremy. Oh, he tried to free Nunes there. You got the ball there. You got the ball. I swear you got the ball then. Ref, come on, man. Did he get the ball? Yeah, we're not coping very well here currently. Oh, he's done really well there, Doku. Unlucky, mate. There's a real lack of so far nuance to this Manchester City performance. It looks a little bit basic. That's the way I can describe it. I like lacking a little bit of spark. They're obviously a good counter-attacking team, Wolves. They've got the pace going forward and they've got the wing-backs and so on. They clearly excel in that, so I expect them to be pretty decent on the counter. I'm more concerned... I feel like we'll stop enough for them to worry about. I'm more concerned about just us creating chances currently. I suspect the team against Arsenal will be very different in terms of preparation and so on. So I'm not going to judge Arsenal based on today because there's a lot to happen between now and then. You know, in terms of football, and training ground, and so on. I don't mind a poorish performance before Arsenal game because I think it'll be an excuse to change things. But yeah, I get why would say that, Bertrand. But like, a lot will happen for Arsenal, and Arsenal. To be fair, like it's the kind of game that motivates yourself anyway. You know, people are up for a game against Arsenal more than this, which is also sometimes the mid-table teams are sort of harder. Got to be better than that, Nunes. It's a short cross. Bernardo, I'm missing today. To be honest, Bernardo, like, I'm craving Bernardo Silva. Kovacic straight to the keeper. I definitely feel a lot more relaxed against Arsenal with Bernardo on the pitch. Hopefully, anyway. Yeah, Phil's not been on the ball anywhere near enough for me. Hopefully, Harley. We'll see. Pep's in the stands because he's suspended. Too many bookings. Yeah, Phil and Julian are better. Touch still, yes. I mean, you look at the touches and look at the City's rating so far on SofaScore, and it's pretty abject. It's pretty meh, you know. Not much going on there. Phil's stats so far: 19 touches. He's only had 7 passes completed. Played Doku. Doku's beat his man. They're all over Doku here. Come on, ref. Ref, you just pulled him down. And Alvarez as well. How many touches he had? 20. 16 passes. Phil needs to be on the ball way more. Cheeky's with Pep just because he's sat in the stands. It's where the director sit. He's just sat with him because he's... That's it. Cheeky's at every game. But Pep's normally on the bench, obviously, so... He's not today. Lovely turn. Hwang, that's beautiful from Hwang there. Wolves have got a few tricky players, to be fair. Come on, City, man. Come on, City. Get going. Need to be a bit better than this. Yeah, they pulled Alvarez back there. Yeah, we were at London Stadium. To be honest, the only thing for me is I don't mind being a goal behind. I'm just more. It's all about the performance. If we're creating chances and playing well, I'm relaxed. You know. So far, we're not playing well. That's the thing. That's what sort of concerns me. I'm never that bothered if you concede a goal. Like it's going to happen every now and then. If you look, as long as you're playing good football, I can. You know, right now, this is not a good performance. That's what concerns me. Like we've expected goals is 0.41. You know, theirs is 0.09. This is just very City so far. I don't know if Pep's in the dressing room actually. I'd suspect so. Maybe not. Maybe not. Newcastle game was sort of a write-off though, the Roman Empire, given the fact that it was just Pep wanted to throw it. And we did a lot of changes. City have always got silly bookings. I don't think that's necessarily true. We always get like cynical counter-attack bookings. Lamina of a booking. Rightfully so. It's getting a bit spicy though, which I don't think plays into our hands. Pep should refund all fans. Mate, he played the reserves. Like, he has every right to. Every manager in the world does. Chill out, pal. Don't get on your high horse. You know he's got no choice with the World Cup. What do you want to do? The World Club Cup was on the same dates as the games. Like, you know what I mean? Dock you over. Should have reversed it, actually. There's a pass on. Yeah, this has been poor. Yeah, so far, there's nothing in this. Absolutely, like, we've had nothing. It's 11 wild shots, but most of them just blocked. Yeah, I mean, going forward, the options are Jack Grealish and Oscar Bob, really, and one's a kid and one is not Right now in great form. Anyway, we've got the quality. You know, I suspect we will find a little. We'll find a little purple patch in this game, and we usually do. And fingers crossed. There's nothing in that, ref. Come on, ref. Jesus, ref. Get up, Neto, man. You absolute pussy, man. He's just rolling about. Oh, maybe a little bit more. He just turns around though, doesn't he? He sort of just existed there with his arm. He's absolutely fine though. Get up, man. Stop milking it. He's off the pitch. Just carry on. He's absolutely fine. Come on, man. Just crack on with it. There's no cynical attempt in there. Oh, come on, lads. It's all getting a bit like sticky, isn't it? A bit fiddly. I like that rule. You gotta wait 30 seconds to come back on the pitch. Fair enough. Encourage players to get up, won't it? Thing is with City's football, it's intricate. It always has been, which also makes it why it's the best team in the world. But it also means if you have a day when it isn't quite working, it looks. That's the thing is, it's sort of like, you know, we're the best team in the world. We win pretty much everything, and we play a highly precise, intricate football. The obviously downside to it is that if it's not fully happening one day, it looks laboured and it's struggling. Like it only takes a couple of cogs out of it for it to fall apart. That's what I mean. That's why sometimes when you replace just one or two players, it can just fall apart because it's such a refined system. Like they all have the roles so perfectly put down that it's very hard to replace someone as good as Rodri. You know, it is. It just is. Because he's such a big cog in the team. But at the same time, you don't abandon the system because the system needs to keep going through the gears and the players need to keep up that rhythm. It's sort of like it's just how it is. It's just how it works. Obviously, there'll be days like this is tough, and you just sort of try and get through. You just sort of survive. And obviously, if Rodri wasn't available for a length of time, I suspect different methods to work. You know, players would adapt different roles and learn them and get better. But right now, we have to accept that it's a little bit Rodri-less, and like he's such a key part of how we play that, you know, it'll take someone a little bit of time to step up and replace that, if they're possible at all. Maybe we have to get a little bit lucky from elsewhere. Not the craziest shout, Roman Empire. No, I mean Oscar Bob coming on potentially, Foden central. Look, I think Foden's drifting a bit more central right now, but oh, nice effort there. Nice little ball from Make. That's what we're really good at. A lot of diagonal passes over the top, and Rodri's always been a big part of that. But that was a nice one from Make. Diaz tried it earlier too. Nunes nearly getting onto that. Well, I don't. Yeah. Oh, God, nearly. That's got to be yellow for Wang, by the way. That's a bad challenge, that, you know. That's a yellow card. He's really high. That's definitely a second yellow for Wang. It was rash. Oh, Nunes, mate. Nunes, wasn't Nunes got lucky there because I don't think. Yeah, this has been a bad half football, absolutely. This has not been a good game of football so far, has it? Come on, City. Oh! Header straight into the arms of the keeper. Half time. Diaz there, the last kick of the game could have been last kick of the half could have been a goal. That wasn't good. That wasn't a good half of football. I can't deny it. That was not. Yeah, that was pretty poor half of football. We have to change something there. Like, let's have a chat about it. Let me know your thoughts on that game so far. It's been pretty poor. What do we do, man? Let me just quickly share out a tweet about it. You know, that was not a good half of football. Like, I would understand. Like, the thing is for me is I don't mind losing every now and then, but that was, it was poor. So there are potential concerns there. You know, like, we're not creating much. We need to be much better. We do need to be much better. Like, we need to have a little bit more fluidity. A little bit. We need the tempo. It's all very much in front of them. Like, there's a real slowness to it. The way we're moving the ball. Yeah, the ref has been poor, but as always, we need to be better. We need to be better. That was a poor half of football. That was a half of football where we're just sort of lacking a bit of creativity. You see the stats here, of course, right now, and there you go. Like, no point. I mean, we've had we've got 0.5 xG, so we're not really creating much chances at the moment currently. We've had 13 shots, only 2 on target, but they've been very low quality shots, largely speaking. I don't think we've really made a good chance. Look at the players through. Statistically, they've not really had real good game. Doku's been lively. He's been easily our brightest spark, running at people as always, which I admire and love for you, mate, but we need a little bit more support for him. Like, he's trying to do a lot on his own. It's difficult. It's just difficult. Alvarez, Foden just not in the game. Nunes is not really... I wouldn't say Nunes has taken into it so far, and Kovacic has been quiet too. Diaz is trying. He got an own goal, of course, as well, which is unfortunate, but he's trying to get forward and offer something. Ake, he should have done better for their goal. Kyle, a bit rash as well. Overall, the team looks like it's rudderless. Yeah, and it looks like it's struggling a little bit right now. I can't deny it, Nunes has been our best player. I'm not really sure I agree with that. I think he's been a little bit... I think he's dribbled quite a bit and not really... I think he's given the ball away quite a few times. I might be wrong with that, but I feel like he's lost possession a lot. Yeah, possession lost 6 times at the start of saying. It just feels like a lot. You've been... Okay, 26 passes completed, which is not that great for a central midfielder in a Manchester City team. It's okay, we want to see more than that. 36 out of 42 for Kovacic as well. He's trying to force it a little bit more. These aren't good Manchester City central midfielders right now, in terms of performances. We need a little bit more, and you can just sort of tell. You can just sort of tell that we're missing Rodri. Like, it's expected to an extent. As I was saying before half time, the problem is with Manchester City's play is... Like, Aiden's right. He says we can't be reliant on one player. I agree. But what I would say, and it's not an excuse, is that I do think Manchester City are such a refined system that what happens is players get their roles, and Rodri's always available. He's always there. So naturally, he starts to have such an impact that others start to let him do it. They let him do it to an extent, Then what happens is, like, when you've got a cog in the machine that's that big and that important, it's like how for a long time we struggled to create chances without Kevin De Bruyne because they just sort of let him do it, and like what's happened is like they look like one of the important levers is just not there, and as a result, the system hasn't quite found, like, no one's taking responsibility is what I would say. Like, they haven't got, like, Rodri takes responsibility and Doku's trying to, but it's a little bit slow. It's a little bit hesitant. It's just difficult. It's just difficult. I feel like we're going to have to be much better in the second half because that was a poor half of football. A couple of half chances, but it's difficult. I don't really know what we can change. I'm not really feeling like Grealish is going to... Not Grealish. Maybe, Alvarez has got much impact on this game. He might do, but it could be that this is an Alvarez up top game and Haaland... Like, maybe we need the bustling of Alvarez up top to sort of force it with maybe Foden, maybe Bob on the right or something like that. And also the thing is as well, it's not like we're just missing Rodri. Like, if Bernardo was on the pitch today, I'd be a lot more relaxed. Bernardo's got such an incredible ability to control the game and the tempo, and he brings a composure to the team, Bernardo Silva, that just isn't there as well. And then KDB, of course, we've lost basically 3 of the best midfielders in world football. And I think we're sort of seeing it a little bit. And once again, that system is so reliant on repetition and fluidity, and everyone, and Kate and Stones as well. Like, they're 4 of the best players in the world, 4 of the best central players in the world. That's the thing. That's the what makes it difficult. And we've not found a system yet. I reckon without those players, if we played a long time, Pep would find a system. We'd get him going, and we'd develop a new responsibility. But some players would step up and do it. But right now, it's going to take time. And Foden's the problem. Foden's not the problem, actually. Everyone's the problem. Everyone. And actually, like, they're all reliant on a certain players. That's the thing. And I mean that in a nice way. It's weird to just say Foden's the problem. Like, Kovacic and Nunes have done nothing, centrally. And Kyle Walker's had a poor game. Alvarez can't get a touch with the ball, Oh, you mean he's completely out of position? Well, I mean, sort of isn't, mate. He can play on the right. He's drifting central. It's not like Foden's just sort of like told to only be out wide. He isn't. You look at his touch map there. He is central. He is, We're not getting him on the ball. He's had 9 passes and 19 touches. There's nothing. He needs to get on the ball a lot more. The only thing I do know is that with this City team is that if we find a bit of momentum, I suspect that we can turn it around. I suspect we'll find a little bit of energy. I hope we will do. Like we're such a team that thrives on energy and momentum that I feel we need to see a little bit of that, like a little bit of positive energy. He's good, that Joe Gomez, isn't he, for them? A really good player. I also, by the way, I do think Kwang should have been sent off. Like, Kwang should have been. Absolutely. It's like, it's just, that is a definite second yellow card. Like, it's crazy how he's avoided that. If you come here just to troll, by the way, you go in. And Mark Smith's gone because he's just come here just to troll, so it's boring, mate. You're gone. Foden should have had a pen. I don't know about the pen, mate. It was a little bit soft. But it was definitely a second yellow card. Absolutely a yellow card. The thing is for me is like, it's just the referee's bottled it because he's at home. And like, it's just rash. Huang's foot is really, really high. Like, this should have been. That was a red card. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's one of those things where I think we are missing a few too many players today for this system. He got scared, referee. Absolutely. The thing is, like, that's one of those things where with Foden, where it's like he's honest and he stayed up and stuff. But I don't really necessarily think it was like I would have expected. I understand why the ref didn't get it, but I want that red card. I really do. But what I see in the second half? I mean, because we can change personnel, but I feel like the football has to change. The personnel could change maybe a little bit. I wouldn't be against. Let me just go to lineup builder. I wouldn't be against. I wouldn't be against like maybe Oscar Bob coming on. I know it sounds crazy, but I just think there's something about his game. Like obviously, let me bring up the current team right now. So you've got obviously, you've got Ake, you've got Diaz, Akanji, Walker. That is Doku there. I'll change the formation in a second. Nunes, Kovacic, Foden, Alvarez, Haaland. And probably the system when we're playing forward, we know it's sort of... Who's that? It's sort of like this, isn't it? Foden kind of tucks in. Kyle Walker goes really far up the pitch. Doku goes out here. Kanji goes out here. Diaz... Okay, it goes like that, basically. We know that's how it works. The problem is, on this side of the pitch with Walker and everything, nothing's happening. Like, nothing's happening. I think Nunes is on... Nunes is sort of over there, but which side is Nunes playing on? I think he is playing on the left, isn't he? If Kovacic and... They're sort of all drifting over to this side. And I feel like they need to be a little bit better than that. But I wouldn't be against the idea of... Nunes is on the left-hand side, isn't he? But Kovacic on this side is doing nothing. I wouldn't be against like Alvarez coming off potentially, Foden playing more central, and Bob playing over here. Maybe Kyle Walker sits a little bit deeper. Maybe Kyle Walker comes off and Rico Lewis comes on, like potentially. I don't know. And Lewis offers a little bit more in midfield going forward. We do more of a traditional like Nunes, like kind of box free behind it potentially or something like that. I don't know. Lewis would, the only thing is Lewis would have passings quicker, but I'd be a bit more worried about them getting forward. I don't know. It's hard to see, man. It's hard because obviously you're not going to sub off your captain right now unless he has a real stinker. But he isn't playing particularly well, The thing is, for me, there's something that's not right is simply that we haven't got the players who are yet ready to take the responsibility in the middle that Rodri did. Like, Nunes and Kovacic are both very good players. But are they fully ready in this system? No, probably not. And I think it's telling that Rodri, when he's not there, we sort of lack a little bit of responsibility, I guess. Like, these two aren't quite there yet, They haven't got the quality, of course. Doku's getting the ball a fair bit, but he's so marked up on. I don't think it's even the defensive midfielder stuff, Abby Backer, that we're missing from those players. I think we're missing the famous, like, Rodri does this pass where when and he plays the diagonal to the back post over there to Walker, or they'll do it to them this way, and we've got no one doing that pass, and I feel like that's what we're missing. Like, that's what we're missing, in my opinion. Those runs in behind, like, and to me, like, defensively we haven't been great, but I'm more concerned about us not creating chances. And I didn't. Chrisley said, guess why we wanted Rice. Rice can't do that either. That's the thing. I think if Rice was in this team right now, I still think we'd be having the same problems. I think we've lost a lot of creativity off the pitch. Like, for me, Rodri, Bernardo Silva, De Bruyne, that's a lot of control. That's a lot of creativity. And that's the thing. It's Rodri is an incredibly unique player. And what we're doing is we're passing it around the pitch here, and it's going back and back and back. And we've had the two biggest moments, as one has been Diaz played a pass over here to Nunes, who cut it across to Haaland. That was very Man City. But that was it. And also, at one point, Ake played a pass over to Nunes as well. He couldn't quite get onto it. They're the most Man City things for me. Like, that goal was Foden's fault? I don't know if it was, mate. He just sort of bounced off his foot. I thought that the goal for me was on Nathan Ake. Ake should not commit so quickly. You don't commit. You don't slide in with your last man like that in terms of you've got a runner behind you. Ake should have kept up with his man, not committed. He made a bad call. Foden's a bit clumsy in the way Kovacic passed, but Kovacic passed it against his foot, so I'm not blaming Foden for that. Like, Ake isn't slow, that's the thing. Neto's fast, but Ake could have at least kept up with him and sort of pushed him down the touchline. Hwang should have got sent off as well, of course, but we need a little bit more in the second half, a little bit more. I mean, there's nothing on that right-hand side at all. Nothing. I don't even know what to change massively. The thing is, what we're missing in terms of creativity is obviously De Bruyne's magic, Rodri's immense controlling, Bernardo's trickery, Stones' ability to step through midfield. I'm not sure Grealish can change it either. We had a shot on target yet? I think so. But like a weak header, yeah, we have, yeah. Or Mahrez, yeah, a little bit of magic. Gundo's late runs. I mean, to be honest, it's the passing. It's the inventiveness. I do suspect we'll be a little bit better in the second half. I do, honestly. I know it's mad because we have quality, but I think City aren't the kind of side where everyone is equal in the team, Maybe Nathan's right. Nathan said, let's face it, we'll score within 5 minutes second half and this will be irrelevant. But I hope you're right. Usually I agree with you massively, actually, mate. But I think it's because we haven't played so well. So, you know what I'm like normally? I'm like, we're creating chances, we'll score. I'm not be quite relaxed about it. I think it's because we haven't been creating chances. And to be honest, Brian, I don't even think it's a peaking in winter thing. I think it's just the players off the pitch thing. I think it's that entirely. And I always felt like we'd have to sort of struggle through this spell a little bit. I don't think Nunes has played well. Some people think he has, but I think he's been a little bit affected by the occasion. Frimpong or what? Hakimi for the... I would love Jeremy Frimpong at Man City. He's a little Doku on the right-hand side, isn't he? I would love Frimpong. He's great. I wouldn't mind Boban, actually. I mean, Nunes is great, but I think, like, away at Wolves, if he's gone, he's getting up. Is Oscar Bob coming on? Big that. I told you Nunes wasn't playing well, by the way. There we go. Pep agrees. For Nunes. Wow. As if he's actually gone for it. So, that's mad. I had a feeling he wasn't playing well. So you've got Oscar Bob's playing central. So Bob's playing central, by the way. He's playing over here. It looks like this currently. That is a huge call, man. That is absolutely wild. I do think the occasion was too much for him. I think he was playing the occasion. Penny for Palmer and McAtee's thoughts, by the way. You can only presume. That Pep was being honest. Palmer started games. He started a couple, yeah. He started in a league game against, I think, Everton once at home, remember? I think he was right to take him off, though. I think he was affected by the occasion, wasn't he, Bob? Nunes. I'm a Time Lord, apparently. We're winning. I've sorted out the clock. Sorry about that. Go on, Oscar. Oh, Phil, be more alert, mate. Come on, City. This would be honestly. This could make his career. This. I know it sounds really crazy, but it's the kind of game where, like, if he has a good game today, Bob, that everything changes for him. You know, like literally. I might have to run away for a second, by the way. Nicola, my wife wants the phone charger. Basically, I'm going to have to run away for a minute. Right, I've got to run away. I've got to run away for a minute. My wife's napping the baby and needs a phone charger. She can't move. I know it sounds crazy. I'll be back in a second. And sorry about that. I'm back. Anyway. Our breath. Did I miss anything? Basically, Nicola's napping Ruben. Phone's going flat, and she's like, "Can you get me the charger? I'm stuck. I'm baby trapped." Our breath. So what's happened? Bob is more direct. Could have got Grealish on. I think Bob's got a little bit more about his game right now. I think he deserved it. And, you know, come on, mate. Be reasonable. Avani, don't. Don't do that. Don't do that to me, Avani. How big a house? The thing, it's not a big house. It's just a lot of stairs. I've got to run down 2 flights of stairs, and I'm also incredibly unfit and a bit well. Oh, Oscar! Oscar created a little chance there for Haaland. It was nice though. Lovely little touch from Oscar. Like, Haaland's got to do better there actually. It was Oscar Bob is a youngster, a Norwegian from our youth setup who's brilliant. He's been at 16, I think. I think also, I wouldn't be surprised if Pep took Nunes off just because it's giving Wolves fans something to get behind. That's it. I think, I think the Wolves fans were just using it as a way to kind of motivate the team. Get up, mate. What is Craig Pawson's terrible. Oh, there's nothing in that really. Actually, that was a Fernandinho special for the number 25 there, to be fair. Bob's your uncle. Yeah, I know that, mate. I know that is. It's an old... It's a classic. Oscar Bob. It's a great name, Oscar Bob, isn't it? It's out of play, mate. We honestly, we've sort of played our hand, really. Grealish maybe on, that's it, really, though. Oh, Nathan, man. That's sloppy. A couple of sloppy passes like that. Get on. Crack on with it, ref. Play on about him. Go on, Doku. Nah. The standard referee in this country is absolutely shocking. He did get the ball. Also, 3-0. Just worry about ourselves there, you know. It's not looking good so far this game. There's a massive Rodri-shaped holes in it. It's not helped that Pep's got himself bloody suspended as well. Yeah, Pep's passing on some information there. One of the assistants went over to Lilo. Gary, if you're going to be here in the chat and you're a United fan, can you be interesting, pal? Instead of just singing United songs. Go watch your own game. No, I do. Look, everyone saying it looks over because people are giving up. I know you're sort of defending your own. It's easy to accept it kind of thing. But I do expect we'll create some chances. We will have a spell. They will get a bit desperate. And they got another, like, Kovacic, mate. Yeah, Kovacic is not having a good game at all today. The ref has definitely lost control of this game. There is still 40 minutes of this game left, don't we get? Maybe even 45, don't we get? That's a foul. He's pushed him in the back. What does Calvin have to do to play? Probably impress Pep in training would be my guess. The thing is, everyone just forgets that, Pep makes decisions based off training. Like, if he's not playing, it's because Pep doesn't like what he sees. It really is that simple. Like, we forget, everyone looks at match day football, but like 90% of being a footballer is not on the pitch. And that's the thing, is like we forget that sometimes. We only see the pitch, but Pep's not making his judgments based off what happens on the pitch, usually. Usually it's based off what he's seen in training. If Phillips is not doing what he wants in training, he's not going to play. As simple as that. And I think that's what happens. Go on, Alvarez. Go on, Alvarez, mate. Put it in. I don't know. There is time. There's plenty of time left. Come on! Oh, what a... I love that man. I absolutely love that man. Holy. What? We needed that big time. 1-1. Alvarez, you absolutely beauty. Come on. Oh, he's so good, isn't he? He's so good. That is the thing. We got Alvarez, mate. We got Alvarez. There's an Alvarez. There's a chance. 1-1. I mean, that thing is, that's the positivity that we need. I absolutely love Alvarez, man. Absolutely love him. What a footballer. What a footballer. Come on, City, man. I don't care if we play well today. Just get the 3 points. I get it. Without so many key players, it's going to be difficult. Just get the points. Bob won the free kick as well, by the way. He was movement. Can't deny it. Absolutely, can't deny it. Come on. The relief from that. Right, let me update the score on the video. There we go. Kompany Blues. Bad until he isn't, exactly, yeah. Alvarez, he's just Alvarez, isn't he? You didn't touch him at any point, couldn't you, there? Nah, that replay with Cunha, he sort of ran out of steam, didn't he? Oh, Diaz with a massive touch. I've just got a text from my sister, by the way. I'm in a group with her, so I didn't really know what was going on. And I had to check it. It's my little niece, her brother, my nephew is a United fan because of his dad. And my little niece Jen, she's like 4 or 5 years old. She's just got her first City kit. Just waiting Haaland. I love it. My little nieces are blue. My sister won. I thought she was going to be a red. That's good news. Good news for the McInerney's. Oscar Bob's having a nice little impact here, isn't he? Oh, I love it. Oh, 1-10, sorry. 10-1 to Man City. There we go. Sorry, I changed it. There we go. Imagine it was 10-1. That'd be fun. That was a typo. Apologies. Well, I don't think Walker's lost a step at all. I mean, we've seen loads of examples of him this season looking absolutely electric. I think sometimes you get like, I don't know, you just get a little bit stuck in mud, don't you? It's human nature. Sometimes you struggle to get going. He just struggled to get going then. I don't think there's anything to it other than just maybe just sometimes you just catch your breath, don't you? Like you don't catch your breath and, you know. Don't foul him, Hooley. He's fouled him. Why would you sign him, Usman? Like he's literally, you know his background, don't you? With his like, he's a criminal, allegedly. Alvarez, man, what a guy. Alvarez is magic, you know what I mean? He also likes to foul. I wish sometimes you'd choose his. Go on, Kyle. Go on, Jeremy. Doku getting forward here. This is so sloppy, this, man. This is the sloppiest game of football. Play to Kanji. Bloody hell. Neto's fast, isn't he? I mean, Doku today, to be fair, he's not been. He's not really had the. You have to sort of like isolate. You know, I think he's done all right in difficult situations. Like he's been getting the ball with everyone expects him to do something. Pretty Rhythm, stop trolling, mate. Oh, last chance, or I'll put you in timeout. Calvin Phillips on. Kovacic is not a good game, to be fair, today. He looks knackered. Phillips on, which makes it. I guess he's playing there. Oh, how has that not gone in? Oh, Kanji with a long ranger as well. This is just a. It's just a slug. It's just a. Basically, everyone's just throwing punches, aren't they? Yeah, we need Rodri. Fucking garbage, mate. Absolute garbage. I don't think that's fair, City Slacker, mate. You don't play them. How often do all the new signings play at the same time? I don't think it's fair on that. I think it's the fact we're missing just too many key players. Ake's had a mare today, unfortunately. Diaz blocked it well, always. Right. That was poor. Shouldn't even be on the pitch, should he? Shouldn't even be on the pitch. I'll take a draw today if we can get it. I'll take a draw. I'll take a draw. It looks like one injury too many, doesn't it? Yeah, the squad looks weak right now. City, man. This is pretty. It's pretty poor. Let's be honest, mate. There's no two ways to dress it up, unfortunately. Is that another own goal? No, it's on target. It was going in, so it's not an own goal. That's definitely not an own goal. It's a goal. It doesn't matter if Walker had it or not. If it's on target, the deflections don't count. It goes down as a goal. That was definitely on target, let's be honest. We cannot handle their counter at all today. Phil hasn't given anything today, I agree. We have been crap. The thing is, Tane, you're right about Rodri. And I think the problem is it would take an awful lot of time to someone step up and replace him. And we've just not turned it around. We haven't found a system yet. I don't doubt eventually we could find. I think it's just too many players out, too many key players. Kovacic looks unfit today, I would say, actually. The fitness looked a bit ropey. No, it's not because of Gibbs White, to be fair. It's because of Rodri. Rodri shouldn't have done it, you know? Oh, what's he doing, man? Jesus. Calvin Phillips did nothing then. Cunha, and get up, mate. It's too many injuries. It's too many players missing. Like if we had Bernardo and Stones available or whatever, I'd probably feel quite relaxed about Rodri, but there's always these things like DDD saying Foden's not concentrating. I don't think this is true. Like there's a tendency, and I always think it's a little bit lazy unintentionally to presume a player's not trying or not focusing or whatever. Like they're elite level winners. Like because a person has a bad day doesn't mean they're not trying. You know, like it's sometimes you just don't play well. You know, and I think. Like I think it's very easy to turn around and say they're not trying. Like, I don't think you could be as good as they are in their career and say they're not trying. Rarely do you see a footballer not trying. It's genuinely rarely. Joel said, don't blame the injuries for a loss. We are shit in this game. I am not saying we're not playing well. We aren't playing well. But I do think this is a team lacking leaders, lacking focus. Absolutely. It's not an excuse. I think it's just a matter of fact. I think we've got too many players who aren't yet familiar with the system in the team. We've got no one who's got the quality to play the pass that Rodri can or De Bruyne can in that team. Nunes, Kovacic can't play those diagonals. They can't. Still, we should be enough to beat them. But I feel like in general, this collection of players isn't ready yet as an 11. The system doesn't work. It's not an excuse. I think it's just obvious. Like they obviously are trying. Like I think it's funny when people say players aren't trying. Like no, well. This is what happens sometimes when you key players. The thing is, this is the thing about key players. Like, they don't just bring their quality; they bring their mentality as well. And like you look at that team right now. Look at the team on the pitch. All right, you got Doku who's new. You got Bob who's a kid. Kovacic and Nunes have both come off, and they're both new players. Phillips has not been trusted by Pep ever. You know, like, and then you think, well, you look at the players that aren't invaluable. This is not excuses, not excuse. I'm just discussing why what I think is happening is happening. I think it's simply down. I honestly believe if you play the 11 at the start of the game, Pep had months with them. It turned him into a really good side. But I think right now they're not quite ready to fully step up and take the flack of a Rodri-less Man City. I think that's it. The team should be good enough to beat Wolves. Daniel, you're absolutely right. This is what I'm saying. Stop. Well, what do you think it is, Flacco? Instead of saying stop, Stephen, the only issue of the lineup was dropping Guardiola. And it was proved to be a cost decision. If Vardiol's in this team, we're not creating more chances. I think that's absolute nonsense, mate. Like, the problem today is fluidity. Defensively, we haven't been great, but you can't turn around and say we're not playing good football because Vardiol's not on the pitch. That's just clearly not true. Like, that's such a basic analysis. Well, is that why we're not creating chances? It's the team is clearly just not settled. The idea that we win this game with Vardiol's playing is just not true. Like, he might do, but it's not because he's playing. Ake's in a bad game today, but Ake's a cracking player. And we all love Nathan Ake, rightfully so. I think it's simple as that. Not enough OGs. I think it's simple as that, This looks like a bunch of new players trying to find that precise, intricate system and not being able to manage it today. And if your defenders have a bad game, like Ake and Diaz probably had a bad game as well, then you've double screwed, unfortunately. And I think some players today have had a bad game when we didn't need it. We didn't need it today. We needed Ake to have a great game, and he hasn't, unfortunately. It looks too fresh, and it doesn't look like a Manchester City side today. It's because it probably isn't. Oh, Calvin was close there, man. Vardiol wouldn't have conceded those goals. Well, Vardiol cost us our goal against Forest, don't forget. I love Vardiol, but I think the game's a totally different game with Vardiol on, but it doesn't mean it changes today. I don't think we're more fluid as a team. I think, put it this way, what I'm trying to say is it's a rudimentary thing just to turn around and say, if that player was playing, especially when it's a new signing like Vardiol as a centre-back, then things are great today. No, not necessarily. Why is it that? Some people just want to shout. I get it, Joel. You just want to shout, mate. Go for it. Just shout. Just shout. If you want to just shout, go for it, pal. I feel like sometimes there's an urge to say something. And I think the answer's staring in our faces. We are just missing key players, and some of these players aren't quite up to speed yet. And they're not as good as the players that aren't in the team. And because the way we play is so intricate, without those key players, it sort of becomes predictable and falls apart. Because it's so complicated the way we play. It really is. And I think it's as simple as that. It's not an excuse. I think we just have to accept that we sort of sometimes have to get lucky without our key players. Not lucky, but we have to force it. Doku's tried his best today, but he's had like no... He's yeah. To be fair, we watched... You say that about... You should have played Ake against a faster player. Who's had the best ever performances in the league against Saka? A lightning quick winger? I'm pretty certain Nathan Ake shut him down every single time. So it's a little bit simple to say that. Where I actually saw people saying play Ake because Neto was playing before the game. So there's a lot of revisionism here. Like Ake's always been good against fast wingers. He's just a bad game today. He's just had a bad game. And I think that's sort of it. Like, I don't think there's a attempt to create a narrative around Ake bad against fast wingers when he's always been good against fast wingers. Today's had a bad game, but it's not like a... Akanji's been good against previously as well, but like... It's easy in hindsight to always say these things. Yeah, but it wasn't necessarily the wrong call at the time. In fact, none of us moaned about Ake playing. None of us did. That's the thing. This is the only slight problem, is like it's key players out, isn't it? Like, it's not just anyone out. It's not like Ake's out or you know, we've got an injury to Grealish. Grealish is back now, I guess, but it's like Stones and De Bruyne and Rodri and Bernardo. It's like, oh my god, like some of the most Manchester City players that we need, you know, like the Manchester City player, you know, the essence of Manchester City. Basically, I guess the point I'm making is this doesn't look like a Manchester City side today. And I think it's because it isn't. I do believe, with time, this collection of players on the pitch, Pep would find a way. He'd find a rhythm, you know? He'd find a rhythm with him. He'd find someone take responsibility. It would happen. But I'm looking around at those players, and they're looking around at each other. They're looking at each other. You can tell the big guys aren't on there. The big guys, the ones who win you a Champions League, you know? I mean, we can turn around and say what's going wrong, and I'd rather ask the question, why is it going wrong? That's the thing for me. Like, we can turn around and go like, oh, he's had a bad game today. This is not working. Like, yeah, we can point those things out, and I will do. Then you go, well, why? That's the thing. I'm not making a point. I'm making a perfectly good point, Victor. It's not my problem if you can't understand it, pal. The point is very simple. We are missing key players. The football looks like it's lacking rhythm because everyone is missing those players that are a massive part of the system. And the players yet that stepped in aren't quite up to speed. I don't think it's complicated at all. Every team is missing key players. Well, to be honest, mate, yeah, they are. It's true. I think the way City play is more complicated. I really believe City are a clock, you know, with a Swiss clock, with like a Swiss watch with a billion different gears in. You know, like we're just so much more intricate. And I think it's easier for City to look really uninspiring, but when it works, it's unstoppable. But to get there, like it's like the whole nothing worth having, it comes easy kind of thing. It's not easy to beat Manchester City. I think there's just too many cogs missing. And as a result, you get this sort of imitation. I don't think it's complicated. I think it's really obviously that. Doku's on the right now. It's not excuses, mate. So what do you want me to say? Do you want me to just say the players are shit, though, Super Benny? Is that what you want to say? I mean, it's not an intelligent discussion just to go, the players are shit then. Like, if you say it's not excuses, I'm discussing it. I'm not excusing it. Like, I don't know what you want me to say then. What do we all want? Just go, the players shit, which is not true. So I'd rather just work out why it's happening. That's the thing. Like, it's not analysis just to go, the players are crap. Like, that's not analysis, is it? Go on, Phil. I'm getting frustrated by people trying to tell me not to try and work out what's happening. Well, exactly, they're not shit. That's the point. They're obviously not. Oh, come on, mate. Get up. Doc is pushing him off the pitch. Oh, Kyle's got himself sent off there. What's he doing, mate? He's getting rowdy. Oh, he's just staying on the pitch, isn't it? This is pathetic. Come on, ref. I agree on you, the depth of the squad. Absolutely, mate. Depth of the squad, I've always said it was too small. Simple as that. I agree. Right, we've got 10, 15 minutes maybe to get an equalizer. We'll force it a little bit. Go on, Jack. Oh, decent effort from Phillips. Andrew, yeah, indeed. That's Calvin Walker. Kyle Walker, long range. Kyle Walker's got to get his long range in. There was a Phil pass on to be made, to be fair. So the thing is, it's weird because with these systems, like, it's the pragmatic side of my head are like, do we change how we play then if we haven't got the key players? Do we change how we play? But then you turn around and go, well, do you not want the players that are stepping in to learn that system as well? So no, you don't change. You persevere and hope they lose it because you have to do that. You have to compromise, if you know what I mean. So it's weird because you want us to change how you play, but then you want Kovacic and Nunes and so on to get used to how we play. So you tell them to keep doing it because you can't learn it unless you do it. So it's a weird like catch-22 situation. For what it's worth, I think this is the right call. I think you have to keep playing the way you usually do. And you have to learn it because you have to at some point, you know, through thick and thin and all that kind of stuff. Oh, Jack, mate, that's poor. But this is... Oh, Rodri. I miss him. Who the hell is Bob? Oscar Bob. He's a young Norwegian attacking midfielder, mate. He's a good player. A lot being asked for him right here now, you know. Oh, come back, Rodri. Come back, KDB. Come back, Stones. Come back, Bernardo. I would just love a draw. I would be buzzing for a draw. Yeah, the Arsenal game makes me nervous now. I was already nervous anyway. We do miss Stones indeed, absolutely. Stones back soon, isn't he? And Bernardo soon as well. Look at that XG as well today, 0.8. We haven't created barely any chances at all. He's on Rodri, yeah, I agree. But I mean, Rodri. But at the same time, we still have to be better. We have to be better without Rodri. I would have expected today. I would have hoped for Phil maybe to step up a little bit. He's not had a good game. I would have hoped for the experienced ones like Ake and Kyle to step up. But I don't think they've had good games either. Oh, I wouldn't be surprised at all, Neza. Like that's the kind of thing football sides like Man City do. God, Haaland's not even had a chance today, has he? He's barely had a touch. Diaz has been okay today, is it in? He's been alright. Very Doku. Haaland tried to feed Oscar Bob there. What do you think of Haaland? To be honest, Gerald, Haaland's just a striker, mate. If you don't get him the ball, he's not going to score. I'd like to see him linking a bit deeper, though. Doku's trying stuff, but it's not happening for him today. I don't recognise this City team either, actually. But I think it's because this isn't a City team right now. This is the point I was making. It is and it isn't. You know what I mean? There is a lack of control. There's a lack of threat around the edge of the area. That's the main thing for me. It's like, no long range threat. Rodri's always got a long range shot in his. He has 4 or 5 shots per game. No diagonal balls over the top. I just don't see it from. I would like Bob on the ball a little bit more. He's barely touched it. Just go hunting for the ball, Oscar. Oh, I'm logging off the internet all night, husband, after this, mate. I'm not going on Twitter after this. I would never call it X, by the way. Never. Even though I am literally a subscriber on it. Alvarez trying to fit Foden through. Go on, Jack. Oh, Jack, mate. Jack looks... That looked uninspiring from Jack there. I've accepted a loss on this one now, unfortunately. It's like Rodri-less pain, isn't it? 6 minutes. Jesus. What I thought it was going to be double that. Like, genuinely. Just 6 minutes. No, it isn't the end of the world. Nez is right. It isn't the end of the world. Like, they were going. Every season has a game like this. Every single season. So that is perspective, and I do want to add that perspective always. There is always the game like this every season. Every season without fail. I think it sort of hurts a little bit just because we're thinking about Rodri-less. A Rodri-less Man City. It's a weird one. I feel like we should be getting 10 minutes too, but I mean, I'm not sure we would score anyway, but... Yeah, I sort of agree with one of you. I mean, maybe we handle that schedule with players back, but I agree that the fixture... I mean, to be honest, mate, 6 wins out of 7 is a pretty good start, you know? So it's all... I think most people should have taken that at the start. Doku, don't get yourself sent off there, mate. Doku with a heavy challenge. Creative midfielder. I guess at that point by January, Usman. I guess it depends how far away De Bruyne is. Because if they think De Bruyne is going to be back soon, they won't go for it. United losing. I mean, that makes me feel a little bit better. A little bit better, you know. That's next week, isn't it? United losing still, are they? Yeah, 1-0. Arsenal 3-0, Newcastle 2-0, Luton 2-1, West Ham 2-0. Nothing going on here. Wolves are a bogey team, you know? Always. No Adama, no problem, eh? Oh, Oscar giving the ball away sloppily there. United losing makes me feel a bit better. Yeah, I was always nervous for Arsenal, George. I mean, for what it's worth, though, I suspect things will change a little bit. I suspect we will work it out. And I think Bernardo will be back, which will make me feel better. Oh, Calvin over. Corner. Arsenal 4-0. Yeah, I suspect we'll be different. We need Spurs today, man. We need Spurs for to do us a favour. A draw at Anfield would be nice. Or between is it Anfield? I don't know where it's at. Stones might even be back. I think he started training. Has he trained on his own? Ah, Doku shot, mate. Spurs are serious, actually. It feels like we're missing 1-2 key player too many here, doesn't it? The thing is, as well, the Haaland stuff. The Haaland stuff is like, look, we know what Haaland does. And the team that we're creating chances is a monster. If we're not creating chances, he's sort of redundant. This is how it is with Haaland. It's like Haaland on days like today, frustrating. Haaland in a day when he got De Bruyne and everyone else, incredible. I think overrated and inconsistent. Oh, come on, mate, DD. He's got like 50-odd goals in already for Man City, like 60. I don't know. Come on, you're focusing far too much on a few games there. Just zoom. You're idiots. Come on. I mean, there's 30 seconds left. This is not going to happen. Could go unbeaten. No. Doesn't like we can. I mean, I'm not bothered about going unbeaten. I just want to win the league. You know. I didn't expect we'd go unbeaten. Anyway, it's not happened, has it? It's not just on Rodri. It is to an extent, but at the same time, we can't play Rodri every game, you know? We can't play Rodri every game. But he's huge. We're seeing a glimpse without Rodri, and we're seeing... I think the only problem is, the sort of thing is that this Rodri-less Man City probably came too early on the season. Like, it's a team effort. Like, Nunez and Kovacic just aren't ready, are they? Pep wants a small squad. I think, to be honest, we just... There we go. It's over. It's over. Right, I'm going to just leave the stream here. Thanks everyone who joined in. Get my thoughts, Kevin. I'll be back for the match reaction soon because that was frustrating. I'll be as quick as I can to get the match reaction on. I'll see you all very, very soon. In a bit. Bye-bye.